everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I am going to be doing this menu here. It's called Mexi-Fest, and this can be found right on my website and has all the recipes you need, all the grocery lists, everything put together. So if meal planning is tough for you, or you're just looking to spice up your meal planning, Epicure's got your back. So here's one of the menus. It is a Mexi-Fest. So it has a bunch of different components, and I'm gonna whip it all together really fast for you. It has 5 different Epicure products that we're gonna use. We're gonna make the cheddar and jalapeno cornbread. We're gonna make the cha-cha chili. We're gonna make the easy peasy tacos, and we're gonna make salsa and guacamole. So I'm gonna start by making the chili. I'm gonna get that going and simmering. And so all we need is some ground meat, or you can use veggie ground round if you don't want meat. You could use turkey, you can use chicken, you could use ground beef, or you could make it all beans. It's totally up to you. So we're going to fry that up in the pan here, and I'm gonna just let that go here. So we're gonna let that simmer for a bit and just brown the meat. And then once the meat is browned, it's gonna be simply add the beans, add the tomatoes. You could add things like shredded zucchini if you wanted to add extra veggies to it. And then we're gonna add this spice mix, which has chopped up peppers and all kinds of other things, all the spices you need. And we're just gonna toss that in there and simmer it, and it's gonna take no time at all to come together. So I'm just gonna let that simmer for a bit, and I'm gonna move on to the tacos here quick. So the tacos, in the easy peasy tacos, it comes with your protein inside. So it's got freeze-dried pea protein in there, so it's got a plant-based protein in there that is super delicious and actually comes out just like the texture of ground meat. So you have that same texture, but you're not going to get all of the like greasiness that you get with, say, ground beef, right? So you're also going to get like a boost of extra nutrition and fiber when you're using plant-based protein. So this I love because it travels well. You can take it anywhere and cook with it anywhere. All you do is add water. That's pretty much it. So I have got 2 cups of warm water in here. I'm going to get that in there and just let that start soaking. This is kind of what it looks like in the package. It's just kind of light colored. It's got some protein in it. It's got all your spices, everything you need in one package, so you don't need to add extra protein to it. So I'm just gonna let that soak, and the directions are right on the back of the package, which is super fantastic. So really, I'm just gonna let this sit for a few minutes in here, and then we're gonna toss it right in the frying pan. So I'm gonna get this, actually the wok, we're gonna use the wok here. So I'm gonna turn that on. I'm gonna put just a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan, and we'll get that heated up. And then we're also gonna start the cornbread. So all of this is gonna happen all at the same time. As long as I can get this to heat up. It's a pretty big pan, so it takes a few minutes to heat up, but I wanted to make sure I had enough space to do it. I usually do it in a deeper pot or my Instant Pot, but I am totally following this so you can see exactly how it's made. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the cornbread while we're waiting for a pan to heat up. So what I've got in here is milk and butter. I'm gonna toss it in the microwave for 1 minute. I've got a 1/4 cup of butter and 3/4 of a cup of milk. And we're gonna put that in for 1 minute. And then we're gonna mix the contents and 2 eggs. And I'm actually going to, with the recipe, it actually uses the silicone round cake pan. I like them to be all portioned for the family, so I've got my muffin maker here. I've got the silicone muffin maker, and it takes less time to cook in the muffin maker too. So that's gonna cut my cook time in about half. So instead of 9 minutes, it's only gonna be about 4.5 minutes. So it's gonna cut it down by quite a bit. I've got my meat separator. So I love this tool, one of my favorite kitchen tools. It breaks it up so that your meat doesn't clump up. So you can easily break it up with this. So we'll let that cook. Okay, this is gonna be heated up, and then I'm gonna actually get my silicone spoon here, just to give this a stir. It's almost ready to be thrown in the pan. I think I might need a different bowl though, so definitely gonna need a bigger bowl. I'm gonna grab a bigger bowl, pour that in there, and then we're gonna grab the eggs and a whisk. And then we will dump the contents in there right away too. Okay, so we're gonna whisk this together. It says until it's foamy. So I'm just gonna whisk it up until it's a little bit foamy here. That looks good. And then I'm going to cut open the cornbread package. This is the best cornbread ever. It has a little bit of kick, but it's not like super, super hot. So even the kids like it. So I'm gonna dump that in there and then whisk that together. And then I'm gonna stir in the cheese after I've whisked it all together. You can see little chunks of jalapenos in there. There is cheese right in the package, but we're gonna add extra cheese. So I've got, which one is that? This one here. I've got the cheese measured out here. Let me grab another spatula here. I'm gonna put the cheese in there. Stir it together. And then I've got the perfect tool actually to put it in the muffin pan. We have a brand new tool. It is a scoop for muffins and whatnot. And so it's a 1/4 cup. It's the perfect measurement for this. So the silicone muffin pan, you'll notice I didn't even grease it. You don't even need to grease the pan. Our silicone just pops right out. And this can go in the oven or the microwave. It does not just have to go in the microwave. So if you prefer to cook in your oven, you absolutely can. I like my microwave because it turns out exactly the same, but it's so much faster. So I'm just scooping this into the muffin pan, filling them about 2/3 of the way full in each cup. And then I'm gonna put it in the microwave for about 4.5 minutes. And my muffins will be done. And it will actually make two trays. So the muffin pan actually comes with 2 pans, and most of our recipes that we make with it will make a dozen. So we'll use that twice. Toss that in there for 4.5 minutes. Our ground beef is almost all cooked. I bet you our easy peasy tacos have been completely rehydrated now. Okay, that is almost done and ready to be added. This is all, you can see there's like, it's almost sucked up all the moisture in here. So we're gonna toss this in the pan and we're gonna heat that up. So you don't have to cook it with the easy peasy taco. You're just kind of heating it up because it doesn't need to be cooked. So we're just gonna kind of let it heat up and toss it around a bit. We're gonna put a squeeze of lime juice in there, and that's all it's gonna take. You'll see it makes quite a large portion as well for our tacos. All right. I'm gonna get rid of that. All right, cha-cha chili. Super fast and easy once the ground beef is cooked. I have what's it called? A grass-fed extra lean beef here, so it doesn't even need to be drained, which is awesome. I'm gonna toss my can of beans in there. My can of diced tomatoes. And what else am I looking for? I'm gonna dump this in there. Oh yeah, and half a cup of water. Half a cup of water is on there as well. Half a cup of water because we're gonna need a little bit of extra moisture to rehydrate everything that's in here. So we have bell pepper, we have red peppers, onion, green bell pepper, the spices, so your chili powder, your tomato, your garlic. We have ancho chilies. So what I love about Epicure is always, it's whole food ingredients, always. It doesn't have all the additives and preservatives that you'll find in store-bought alternatives. And then all we have to do is stir it together and let it simmer for a few minutes, and then it's gonna be ready to go. So super easy. You can customize it by adding things like corn. I like to add shredded zucchini to add a little bit of extra veggies in there. So you can totally customize it how you like. I'm gonna just turn that down to a simmer, put the lid on it, and let it just simmer and rehydrate all of the delicious spices that are in there. Let that come to a simmer now. That's it. That's how easy that chili is. It's a very family-friendly chili. You can spice it up a notch if you want it to be spicier, or you can do it just as is, and it's going to be super family-friendly and not. It's got a little bit of spice, lots of flavor, but it's not going to burn your mouth off. Okay, so we're just going to let this simmer for a bit too, just a couple seconds. One more minute till our cornbread muffins are done. So let's whip together our guacamole and our salsa. So super fast. If you've never tried the guacamole or the salsa before, they are absolute must-haves. They're top sellers for Epicure for several years now. And so easy to make. So guacamole, you just need the avocado. So I just squish that right in there because I'm going to be mashing it up anyways. So I just do have to mash in right there. All right. I've got a lime here. We're going to cut some lime juice, put some lime juice in there. Another one of my favorite tools is the citrus press. The citrus press is incredible. You get every last bit of juice out into your food, squeezes it right inside out. We're gonna check on those muffins. But first, I'm gonna put a scoop of our guacamole mix in there. For the perfect seasoned guacamole, I'm just gonna put 1 tablespoon in there and mash it up. I like to add cilantro to my salsa and my guacamole. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But again, you can customize it. You can even add some diced tomatoes to your guacamole if that's what you like. We like to add some Greek yogurt and make it super creamy. Adds a little bit of protein as well. So I will probably afterwards add just a little bit of, just a scoop of Greek yogurt to make it even more creamy. So that's it. Guacamole is done. I'm going to take a look at those muffins. Cornbread muffins are done. So I'll just let them cool for a minute and then they'll pop right out. They'll pop right out of there. All right, this is looking wonderful. Take a peek at that. Turn it down just a bit more. All right, so I'm just gonna cook a little bit more of the water out of that while we make our salsa. So I've got some fresh garden tomatoes here to chop up. I've got a yellow one and a giant red one. I'm using our ceramic knife. If you don't have a nice sharp knife in your kitchen, chopping becomes such a chore. So I highly recommend everybody have at least one of these chef knives. It's ceramic, it stays sharp, it's sharper than steel. You'll see that it's slicing right through. My tomato's actually quite soft and it's still slicing through without mangling it and mashing it up. So very important to have a nice sharp knife, and I highly recommend the ceramic knife. One of the things I love about the ceramic knife is the fact that when we cut things like apples or lettuce or pears, anything that would typically go brown really fast, it doesn't with the ceramic knife. So steel actually speeds up the oxidization process, and you end up getting it, having it be a lot, or brown much faster. So that is it for that. Super fast again. So the salsa, you just chop up some tomato, however much tomato. If you were in a pinch and you couldn't do fresh, you could easily do canned diced tomatoes and have like that store-bought salsa kind of texture, if that's what you prefer. I actually recommend doing like half the amount that they recommend on the jar for the salsa mix because it's super, super spicy. So again, fresh lime juice. Give it a stir. That's it. That's how easy it is to make the salsa. So the salsa, again, I'm going to actually just clean off my board here for a second. Just sop up some of the tomato juices because I am going to chop up some cilantro to add to my salsa. So sometimes I like to put red onions in my salsa too. So however you like your salsa, you can totally customize it the way you like it. Here is my salsa, guacamole. We've got some cornbread. Let's pop those out and take a look at those. So again, remember, I didn't even oil the pan, and watch, these are just gonna like fall out. They just fall out of there. So how perfect is that? So I can have my cornbread muffins here. Cheddar jalapeno cornbread muffins. And then I can take my pan, fill it back up with another batch. So one bag will give you a dozen muffins, or a pan of cornbread. All right, my chili I know is done. My taco meat is almost done. And then we'll be done. Two more to fill. So you can make a whole Mexican feast with the help of Epicure in so much less time because we've simplified the process, and that is why I love Epicure, because I can make delicious meals that are made with whole food ingredients that taste delicious, are so easy and fast to make. So it helps me be able to continuously be making great meals in the kitchen. Okay, this is perfect now. So I'm going to actually turn it right off. I'm going to squeeze some more lime juice out of this lime and give this a little squeeze of lime. That's it. That's how fast it is. So to make a taco, take a look. That is our plant-based protein taco mix, or easy peasy taco mix it's called if you're looking for it. I've got these cool little taco holders for tonight so that I can make these tacos. I can dish them up, make them look all pretty. So let's hope I can manage it. Soft taco or hard taco? I'm curious. You can answer me that. You like soft tacos or hard tacos? What's your choice? I'm gonna throw a little bit of salsa on there. Some guacamole. Throw some lettuce in there. What do you guys think? Tacos. So we've got easy peasy tacos. We had guacamole, salsa, cornbread, and chili. So here's our chili, so you can check that out. It is all ready to go. I'm just gonna use this. So here is what our chili looks like. So there's our chili. It's very hot and steamy, ready to go. So that is how fast and easy it is to put together a meal using Epicure products, but also using the meal plan. Use the meal plans, use the meal plan guides. If you go to jenlaurie.epicure.com, you're gonna click on the recipe tab and then click down on the menu that says meal plans. And we have tons of these meal plans with all kinds of recipes, all made, brought ready in 20 minutes or less. Super fast, super easy, and gonna help you with your meal planning, gonna help you with making delicious meals so you're not bored. I hear that so often. Everybody's just bored of cooking, don't know what to cook. Epicure's website is full of recipes, so make sure you utilize that. Come join my group, Jen's Epic Culinary Creations on Facebook and on Instagram, where I can share recipes, cooking demos, and more. And that will help you stay inspired to eat delicious, delicious meals. If you are going through the catalog or going through the product list and you're seeing that you want a ton of these products to be in your kitchen, that's when you want to host a party, because when you host a party online, you can do a link sharing party, you can do a Facebook party, you can do an in-person party. When you do a party, you invite your friends to come check out delicious meals, and you get a shopping spree for free. So let me help you fill your pantry with delicious meal options for you and your family to make. And if you are looking for some way to create some extra income for your family, Epicure is hiring. I am hiring right now, and I am offering this opportunity for you to share good food and create some extra income for your family. So reach out to me if you want to know more information about that. I can send you a link and you can check that out for yourself. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you stick around and check out all that Epicure has to offer and give it a shot, give it a try, and share with me what your favorites are and what you're cooking in your kitchen. I love to hear about that. Thank you so much. See you.